All right, we should be live and in person for everybody. Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Welcome.
folks.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
We are Saves Versus Death. We're an actual play
We are
podcast
Saves Versus Death. We're
and
an
Twitch
actual play.
stream
We
and
are
YouTube
Saves Versus
channel
Death. We're
that
a Twitch
appears
stream and
every
YouTube
week
channel
here on
that
Twitch
appears
Saturdays,
every
same
week
basic
here
bat time,
on
same
Twitch
basic bat time
Saturdays,
over
same basic
channel.
bat time, same basic bat time, same basic
Um, but yeah, so we this week are doing something a little bit special. You may notice that we don't have our normal cast and that I am in the entire wrong block. Um, so we were going to do a very special Monster Hearts 2 continuation. A lot of things has happened between now and now we are doing Monster of the Week, which is a very similar game. But if you do like Monster Hearts, I will say that it is currently on sale over on DriveThruRPG for $8. So I would pick that up if I were you. But Monster of the Week, written by Michael Sands, is amazing. It is also powered by the Apocalypse, so it's going to feel very familiar for you guys. With me tonight, we've got yes, no, Ada, who usually plays checkers on the main show. And tonight she'll be playing Marion.
hmm
And we have Zelbin down there. He is new to cast and working on a very special project that we have not announced yet. But this, I suppose, is your debut, or were you on? You were on one of the Christmas episodes, right?
No, this is my debut.
Oh, well, welcome then, Zelbin. Um,
Thanks for having me.
so I am going to pass it over to Ada to talk about some of the normal stuff we talk about.
So, if you guys like what we do and you want to see us get better, you can like, subscribe, follow, do all of those things on the various platforms. Subscriptions on Twitch get us a lot of really great stuff. And you can do a free subscription to us if you have an Amazon Prime account, because you can link the two accounts and get one free subscription each month. And if you care to give it to us, we are very appreciative. On top of that, you are welcome to visit our Patreon page. You get some neat stuff, which I do not have any of to show off, but you get a sticker, and there's a coffee cup and a hoodie and a t-shirt, I believe.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And they're all really cool. So you can support us in all of those various ways if you would like.
And we'd appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
All right, to get directly into the game, unless Zelbin, would you like to tell them about the Tales from the Dark Present?
I don't know it.
You're cruel.
I had offered to look this up.
This is a story of the dark present, which means that you might not be comfortable with everything that happens. We know our safe words and our limits, and we're good with all of that, but you might not be. So if you need to step away for 15 minutes, please do. Take care of your mental health. It matters a lot to us.
For sure. All right. Let's start by talking about each other's characters. So if Zelbin, do you want to introduce your character Billy to everybody? Just briefly.
My name is Billy F. Gore. My father was a demon of laziness, and everyone just really thinks I'm a bad guy because I'm a little bit lazy myself, and I'm just out there to prove them wrong. I really got a point to prove.
Okay. And Ada?
I'm Marion. I was in a band, goth rock band, and it was awesome. And then I started seeing things and hearing things, and weird stuff started happening to me. And I discovered the world was not as friendly as I thought it was. And this unfortunately got in the way of me being in my band, and I got kicked out. But now I hunt monsters.
Fair enough. As we pick up, I am going to start from you two knowing each other for a brief period of time. So let's go ahead and explore world build for a moment. What history do you think you guys have with each other?
I believe we had a rivalry to begin with that turned into a friendship and working together.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more that I think starting out that I could never quite get there in time, being as I was just a little bit lacking the full ambition, not really being lazy, just not quite getting there quite on time.
He'd show up just as I was bagging the monster.
Until eventually I caught her in the process and offered to team up. I mean, they're beating me too there, so obviously they're, I wouldn't say better than me, but they had some advantages.
Right. This game system is, like I said, powered by the apocalypse, so it runs on 2d6. And so you will hear us rolling those at various times. But it's very much a story in the same vein as like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, and Charmed. Um, so I'm gonna start the story in a small town in the middle of America. Um, Both of you have traveled here. It is not a long distance, but you have traveled to this location because you've heard that there are weird things occurring. Particularly, the news stories you've heard is that there seems to be a heightened depression among the population here.
All right.
I assume you each have your own hotel room
Yes.
at some shady hotel.
Yeah, it's more of a motel.
All right, so we will pick up from there. Ada, it is currently, we'll say, 4 in the afternoon. You guys have just arrived and gotten checked in. What do you do?
I mean, the usual. Get my suitcase in, make sure I have everything, clean my gun, check my knife.
Clean your knife, check your gun.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I would probably go knock on his door.
Okay. Billy, what were you up to during that time before the door knock?
I was in a deep meditation, laying on my bed.
Okay. So sleeping.
Sleeping.
No, I wouldn't say that, but it does take me a minute to answer the door.
All right. So there is a knock at the door.
I open it. Hello?
Are you asleep again?
No, I was just looking into the weather. It's supposed to be great out.
I look at the sky.
It's a little bit overcast, but all in all, not so bad.
I
Okay.
peek out the window. Great overcast day.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Of course. I just need my wallet. I'll run back inside, and then you'll hear a whole bunch of luggage being thrown around as I scamper through it, grab some things, and then come out. All right. I'm set.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was gonna say. So, where should we start out first in our little investigation here?
That is a good question.
Someplace populated, maybe. Get a good read on the people.
Should probably also check some newspapers and things like that. See if there's any relation between the people suffering.
That is true. All right.
Yeah. Let's find a coffee shop with Wi-Fi.
That works. Is there any coffee shops in the area?
You see that there's a small Greasy Spoon diner that is about a block away, and there's a Starbucks on the edge of town near the lake.
Ooh, homely or corporate?
Homely.
All right. We'll go to the Greasy Spoon.
Okay. On your way there, it is, like I said before, a little bit overcast. It is a February evening, so the sun is going to be setting here pretty soon. But it's not too cold out. It's in the 50s, and it's a fairly uneventful drive over. There's not a lot of cars or people walking around that you notice. When you arrive, it's a single story classic greasy spoon diner with the sign that says Fran's Good Cooking.
Fran.
I wonder if there actually is a Fran, or it's just called that because
There's got to be a Fran. There's got to.
not always. Or sometimes it's, a mom or a grandma or unrelated.
I mean, that's true. As long as someone owned it named Fran.
And if someone didn't,
That's just ridiculous.
sure. Come on, let's get coffee.
All right.
As you walk inside, there's a few people sitting in booths eating, and there is a older woman in her 50s. She's about 5'6". She used to have blonde hair very clearly, but it is very silvered at this point. Uh, and she's well worn, like her skin has seen a lot of sunlight. And she's wearing an apron and standing there at the front. Is it 2 for y'all?
Yeah.
Does she have a name tag?
She does not.
I'll be like, yeah, 2 for us, Fran.
Well, do you want to sit at the counter or at a booth?
I look
Booth,
over at you.
please. Booth,
Nod my
please.
head.
She takes you over to a booth and sits.
By the way, just so you know, my character is head to toe gothed out, 6-inch platform boots, spiked collar, the whole 9 yards.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you want to describe your appearance as well?
Oh yeah. So I'm a bigger dude. I'm almost look like the American trucker kind of guys. So I have some heft to me, but I have a full beard.
Okay.
But it's probably gonna be brown hair.
She leads you to a table and sets 2 menus down and 2 sets of silverware. I'll be right back with you, sweeties.
Thank you.
Do you think that was actually Fran?
She didn't object to you calling her that.
Well, at least she's good natured, if anything.
Yeah.
On your way in, you did pass a magazine rack that had the local newspaper and like the free ads, like a want ads kind of thing. And there's some other magazines and regional newspapers also.
Okay. I would put my coat at the booth and then go back and get the local newspaper stuff.
Okay.
Maybe even the free ads.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, are there any booths that are kind of near our booths?
There's booths on either side of you, but there's nobody in them. Like I said, there's a couple of
Okay.
booths that are full, but this restaurant could support easily. You would say there's like 20 tables in here, and everybody's pretty well spread out. So
All right. In that case, I'm going to make a point to stand up and walk towards one of the tables that have people and go to a different table just nearby that has some ketchup and pick up the ketchup bottles and look like I'm looking for one that has some in it and try to listen in on their conversation just a little bit.
you hear the slow stirring of coffee with a spoon and the sounds of eating and no conversation.
Ooh. Either it's really bad food or there is a case of the depression here.
Yeah, so in this room, it would be, that like 50s era rock playing,
Yeah.
but you hear no like cacophony of noise that would be coming from, people. You can
Oh,
hear sounds of cooking from the back, but other than that, it's quiet.
all right. I'll go back and set at the table after finding out what I think is a suitable replacement for my ketchup.
All right. You've returned to the table with your papers.
Okay.
Would you like to roll for me
Yes.
a investigate a mystery, which is sharp?
Okay, so explain to me how I'm doing this.
So roll 2d6 and then
Mhm.
plus or minus whatever your sharp score is.
Okay,
You want to
I
have
have a
more
1.
than a 7. So
Okay, I have a 1 in sharp.
good.
6, 8, so 9.
9. Okay, so that's a success. Uh, a lot like Monster Hearts. So you want a 7 to succeed. To succeed well, you want a 10 plus, and a 14 plus is incredible. Anything
Okay.
below a 7 is a failure. Um, in the news, you see that there's a lot of AP articles that are copy pasted in here, but you also find a lot of mistakes and errors and like entire pictures missing that say like put ad for blah 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 here.
Insert blank here.
Mhm.
Okay,
Uh,
yes.
the news that you find is fairly unremarkable. There's
Okay.
not anything really interesting going on in this town, which in and of itself is kind of a thing.
Okay.
It's kind of quiet in here. Have you noticed that?
Well, not until you said something. But yeah.
I almost feel like now my voice is awkward.
Here, look at this. I'm gonna pull out the ads and show him all the mistakes.
Well, that's just someone not doing their job. Now that's a crime.
No, this is more than just not doing their job. This is someone who doesn't care about their job. It's not common, especially not for newspapers.
I guess they are editors. They probably wouldn't have let it get to this point.
Yeah.
The waitress returns at this point and sets down 2 coffee cups. What will we be having tonight, sweeties?
Ooh. I didn't even look at the menu, but I'll take pancakes, please. Or waffles. Do you have waffles?
We sure do.
Yeah, waffles with strawberries.
Strawberries on waffles. Got it.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'll inhale deeply. I'll take some of that fried chicken.
All right. I'll be right back with it. She leaves.
All right.
Does she seem depressed to you?
I fill the coffee cup. Is it warm?
Yeah, it's lukewarm.
No, she doesn't seem too bad. I mean, the
Okay.
coffee's not super bad. Take a sip.
It's very watery. Like the grounds haven't been changed.
I'll cringe at it, but still try to keep a straight face.
Is there an intuition type roll?
There is an intuition type roll. Let's actually do another sharp and we'll call it reading a bad situation.
Okay. Eight.
Okay. You get the feeling that her energy is waning. That she's not as bad as like some of the other people that you've ran into. But she's not. She's on her way down. So
Okay. Yeah, I don't think she's okay.
I mean, maybe not as spry as she once was, but
Have you ever met someone who owns a small town diner before? They are dedicated. Otherwise, it doesn't happen.
I can't say that I have. But I'm gonna take your word for that.
Okay, good. I'll pour myself some coffee
okay.
and then take a sip.
It's like tea, but made with coffee grounds.
Yeah, no. There's something wrong. There's
I
something very
continue
wrong.
drinking mine.
I'm gonna push mine to the side and take a sip of water, wash my mouth out.
Okay, I really want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but this is awful.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously something's going on. I don't think she's as bad as some.
Well, then is it a distance from a area? Like she's not in a close proximity to something that's been draining these people, or is it something that you have to encounter?
Do I feel any different since coming to town?
Uh, Not really.
Okay.
You guys also have only been here about an hour, and you've only been to the hotel in the Greasy Spoon.
Okay.
Though
Man,
now that you mention it, it seemed a little bit colder and a little more dreary outside, like as you were getting out of the car at the Greasy Spoon than it seemed at the hotel.
Okay.
I mean, we could always drive a little bit further more in town and are into the center of town.
See if it's location based.
See if the population seems a lot more drained, depressed out of it.
Okay. Well, let's eat our food. Hopefully it's tolerable. And I'm going to look on the internet and see if I can find any um, previous articles from the newspaper to see
Okay.
if there's been anything significant recently.
All right. Um, you see in the very near past, they had a big homecoming game, and everybody was super excited for that. Um, you can see that there were a lot of news stories about like local pride and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and that kind of tapered off about 2 weeks ago.
But there wasn't like some event at that point.
Not that you've seen, no.
Okay.
hmm Eventually, and it takes you a little while to research that. Your food is brought to you guys. It is warm and it is very palatable. So,
All right, I guess I can still tip.
You weren't going to tip?
I mean, they're not doing their job.
Yes, that means you tip less, not that you don't tip at all. And honestly, like, if the entire town is like this, how can you blame them?
I open up my wallet and look at the $15 that I have in there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should tip the full amount. I look back at how much it was on the menu.
$8. Coffee's $2.
That's it. Dollar to my name.
All right, so you guys eat
Yeah.
your food, I would assume.
I will leave a slightly larger tip for my part.
Okay.
You're
She
making me look bad.
she does come over with the check, and it the math seems bad. It seems like she's charging you a lot less than she should be, but that could just be that she's friendly. You never know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put in what should be there.
Good. All right, where are we headed after the diner?
So are we on the edge of town?
Yeah, you stopped at the first hotel when you got into town. It
Okay.
is a very small to medium sized town. You would say about 4,000 residents. Um, it's a lot like the town I live in. That won't be good for our audience, but that works for you guys because you both know what town I live in.
Is this a one main street and then everything is significant is on that main street?
Yeah, there's
or is
a
it
couple of
slightly
main
larger
streets,
than
but
that?
for the most
Okay.
part, it is like there's the one main that has 80% of the businesses and everything. So,
Okay.
and then to the northeast is a lake. Also, you would know that.
Okay. Hey, waving down the waitress.
She stops by. What
How
can
do
I
we get to
help you
this?
with?
How do we get to the center of town from here?
The center of town. You
Mm-hmm.
mean we have a park over by the sheriff's office? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Just where all of the businesses are, type thing.
Sure, sure. You're gonna head down Main Street till you get to about First, and then it's right there.
All right. You're gonna remember that, right?
Yeah. Main Street to First.
Okay. Thank you.
You folks have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon.
After
You
we
too.
walk out, I'm gonna say, now, was that Maine like the state, or Maine is in like it's the original?
We see the sign and decide from there.
What if there's both?
Then we try both.
So I'm with you. Always a thinker.
Sorry. Chat just said, what if it's neither? It's MANE.
I've never thought about that one.
You guys get lost for days.
What if there's all three of them?
Luckily, they all stop
Small,
at First.
medium
so-
city, or town.
Every street here it starts with an M.
You know, maybe if we go down First Street, then we'll just, stop at each one of those along the way.
We have to get to First Street first. And obviously what we're looking for is the sheriff's department. There'll be a big sign.
So you guys are driving down the road.
Yeah.
The road that you're driving on, Highway 180, actually turns into Main Street for a brief period of time.
Okay.
And you are 2-3 miles away from the hotel now, and you see First Street, and on the corner is a small, calling it a sheriff's station would be a gross exaggeration of what it is. It's like a couple of like mobile trailers like FEMA would have next to each other, and it says sheriff on the side of it.
I look over to you, and I look back, and I'm like, park though. We're not going in here.
No, we're not going in there. They wouldn't understand.
I know. Last time I went in there, you're crazy. Get out of here. Yeah, that took 2 weeks to get out of there.
I would like.
Did you just go?
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'd like one of you guys to roll a cool, or both of you.
With my -1, that would be a 11.
That's pretty good still.
13.
You both did fantastically. While you're having this conversation, which I would love for you to continue, you notice that the door to the only police car that's parked in front of the sheriff's station, the door is wide open and the car is still running, and the door to the police station is wide open.
I forgot what our conversation was about.
I apologize. The last time that his character went into.
Right. Did you
Took me
just
2 weeks
like
to get out?
walk in and tell them everything? Are you insane? Because it's totally what they're gonna think if you do that.
I mean, I wasn't lying.
That's not the point.
I didn't know they could arrest you for telling the truth.
This is like a white lie when you tell your grandma you like the knitted sweater that's itchy.
I never had that. My grandma was too lazy.
Yeah, I know where you get it from. So,
Oh yeah, well look at this guy. He can't even close his car door. Gesture over to the cop car.
that's weird. Is that still running? Are those lights on?
I look down at it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still running. I look in the seat. Is there a shotgun or any weapon?
Oh yeah, there's a shotgun.
Yeah, that's probably not good. They left their firearms in here too.
I feel like we should do something about this, but I do not want to touch cops.
I mean, we could always just pop inside, tell them that, hey, you guys left the vehicle on, and then check out the park.
Listen, you might have actually gone and told them something, but when they look at me, they automatically think of something.
I eye you up and down. It's the hills. I didn't want to say it before, but
Hey, if I can keep up
You
with you in
can
them,
kill
I'm going to
someone with
keep wearing them. That's the point.
I know they're so
Why I
pointy.
have the spikes.
And that last time you stepped on me, that really hurt.
Yes, but I also kicked that bastard off of you and saved your life.
I'm sure that also really hurt him.
Are we going to take care of this or not?
Fine. I'll lead the way into the police station.
I'm going to actually stop at the cop car, turn the key off, take it out, close the door, and take the keys inside.
You notice it was nearly out of fuel
Mm-hmm.
at the time that you turned it
I
off.
will also make sure it's in park.
It was in neutral,
It's-
which is close to park.
No, I'm going to put it in park.
I was gonna say, was it in drive and it just
But I'm gonna
against
wrap-
the curb where it just can't move?
I'm going to wrap my hand in my coat so that I'm not actually touching anything.
That's a good plan.
Fingerprints. Yeah.
Going inside the police station, there's a small entry room that you arrive at, and inside this room, there is a man sleeping on a desk. Is dressed as a police officer.
All right.
I'm going to take.
I walk up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to take the folded coat piece with the keys in it and just drop them on the far side of the entry desk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Does he wake up from that?
No.
All right. Then I go, hey, and I slam my hands down on the desk. And as soon as I do, I duck under the desk to where if he looks up, he only sees her.
I'm going to kick him.
He does not wake up.
I'm still going to kick him. I'm
Right.
still
Ow!
kicking Billy.
Ow! I told you, those things are pointy.
And no,
Get
give me
back
a
up.
reason to kick you.
Well, I just figured, if he got a little jumpy, never mind.
There
Anyway,
is
he is a really heavy sleeper.
there is a town map on the wall near the door, so you both know.
Okay.
Is there anything marked on the map suspiciously?
Not suspiciously, though. From looking at it, you do realize that you are nowhere near the town center. The town center would be a lot closer to the high school.
Well, okay, we can't trust anybody to answer questions here.
Not with, any effort.
Yeah, apparently.
So, do we continue trying to? I look back at the cop who's sleeping. Do something about this guy, or
No,
you know
we
what?
need to find the root of this problem and then we'll help everybody, not just try to deal with one person.
I'm gonna try to solve a problem right now, just in case, and I'm gonna go to the back and see if I can see the jail cells and make sure they're all still shut.
Oh, they're wide open, but there's people sleeping in the cells.
I look back at you, or Marion, and I go, "Yeah, can we close these doors real quick? Let's say we solve the problem here, and our buddy's here still asleep. I don't want all these guys to get out." And I gesture behind me.
I'm gonna stomp back there because obviously it doesn't matter. and look at each person in the cells.
For the most part, they just seem like drunk old men.
But there's not like a cop there.
There's no cops in this room.
Okay. Yeah, sure. They can figure it out once they come to.
All right.
But I'm gonna leave it for you to do.
Do they have any of those like wall switches that shut them?
Yep.
I'll hit it.
Okay, they all slam shut, and there's this cacophony of noise, and you don't realize how silent everything has been up until now until you hear them slam.
I'll flinch and then look around to see if anyone got mad, which obviously.
It's quiet.
Oh. I'm used to a lot more reaction about my presence.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even get stared at in the diner.
I know, weird.
You'd think we'd be annoying enough to wake one of them up.
So, was there anything next to the high school when we were looking at that map?
There's some houses. There's a church, an Episcopal church. That's about it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and exit the police station and look up at the weather.
When you go out of the police station, it is dreary and dark, and you're feeling tired, and night has set in, and it's become colder.
I'll step out, take another inhale, deep breath, look up the sky, and nod my head.
So I'm
Maybe the weather
thinking
was wrong.
you were asleep, weren't you?
It was a long trip. Give me a break.
I drove.
Yeah, but it was still a long ways that you drove.
You slept most of the way.
But it was a long ways that I slept.
Just give him the evil glare and stomp back to the car.
I'll go back to the car.
Okay.
So, the high school. We'll see if it gets any drearier there.
My best guess so far.
All right. We'll travel towards the high school then.
Who's driving?
Him.
Okay. Zelman, I would like you to make a check for me. We are going to
goody.
check against your tough.
What's the car doing to me?
Nothing at the moment.
12.
Nice. You start getting very tired. Like, deeply tired the further you drive. And it's nice and warm in this car.
Ooh, nice. I'm gonna turn the radio on just that little bit.
You turn it on and it's a nice soft like elevator music song.
I'm gonna nod along to it.
Okay.
The fuck are we listening to?
No, but I like it. It's relaxing.
Screw this. What kind of sound system does it have?
All right, let's world build that. What kind
Okay.
of car do you guys drive as a team? I've been picturing it as like a classic American sports car because of reasons, but who knows? Maybe you guys have a Hummer and we just haven't, broached that topic. You're broke.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm broke.
I would probably have some kind of used, maybe mid 2000s, because it's not super old, but and then big enough to carry band gear.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I'd imagine it would be like a van that you used to have when you were back in a band.
So it's
Yeah.
like an Econo line.
Something like that.
You've got really good sound system in here. Like
Okay.
it is capable of very good audio.
Yeah,
Use
I'm
some of the
switching it to
band
something.
speakers.
In fact, I'm switching it to heavy metal.
Okay. A loud starts coming from the speakers. It's not making you feel any more awake. But Billy? You don't seem to be affected by it.
I don't.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to enjoy this music too.
I'm jamming out to it.
Okay.
It's a little upbeat for me, but
You arrive at the high school, or the area of the high school, I would assume, yes?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been seeing a lot more people walking around as you've gotten closer to the high school. Keep in mind, it is now nighttime. It is close to 6 o'clock at night, which isn't late, but it is, for this time of year, dark. You have seen a lot of like couples walking
Yeah.
on the sidewalk. No cars driving.
I'm gonna roll down the window and stick out my arm and like look at the weather.
Okay. It is nighttime, but it doesn't seem to be cloudy or anything.
All right. I'm gonna shout out at one of the couples and see if they react to me.
Okay, what are you shouting?
I'm just yelling, "Hey!" Just trying to startle them.
There's no reaction.
Still seem a little out of it.
They're moving. They're not just sleeping.
That's true. That does seem like a little improvement.
There's
Maybe it's not here then. It's less than center of town.
Is it weird to you that there's no like singles or like trios or anything?
Are they only moving in pairs?
Male female pairs. And they're
Oh.
like shuffling.
Look around and
they
maybe it's
look
prom
happy?
night.
Do you look that close at them?
Stop the bus, pull over.
I'll immediately hit the brakes.
The bus is now stopped in the middle of the road.
Have we seen anybody else driving on the road?
No, no cars.
Then I don't care. I'm gonna like look hard at the nearest couple.
Okay. Their faces are slack, and they are clearly asleep in the face. They're moving in a very stiff way. What one would maybe consider a zombie-like fashion.
Okay. Are they just milling around or are they going in a
They
definitive
seem to
direction?
be headed somewhere. You haven't really noticed yet because you haven't watched them all that long, but they do seem to be headed somewhere.
But like they're all moving in the facing the same
unified
general direction.
Yeah, and if you
Okay.
look down the street, you see some that are headed towards you also.
I think it's here. I think they're going towards it.
I'm going to try to discern what they're moving towards, like if it's a specific building or something.
Okay. Let's roll a sharp, a investigate a mystery.
Oh, goody.
Both of us or just him?
7.
You can both do it. 7. Good job.
That was close. I have a 0 into that sharp. Not brilliant.
Better than my 5.
Okay, would you like to accept
I got experience.
Would you like to accept your failure?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, please mark an experience on your character sheet. Ada. They seem to be slowly congregating towards the high school. Zelbin, you feel like they're headed more towards like the football field currently.
Okay. I'll start walking towards the field.
Are you leaving the van door open and the car running?
I'll look back at the van and go,
If he does, I'll
or,
turn it off.
oh, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna get in the van and then try to drive the van closer to the
Okay.
football field. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can drive the van onto the football field.
Where are you going?
He pops onto the sidewalk.
Just trying to get us as close as I can.
But don't hit anybody.
As she says that, I'll swerve out of the way of a person.
You were very close to hitting people.
He stepped out in front of me.
You
Thanks, Patient Zero.
Yes, thank you so much for the pizza. As you get close to the gates, that you would drive the vehicle into the football field, there's a large congregation of people, and if you're not planning on running them over, you're probably
I'll
not going to be able to drive.
I don't
If
think
you
they're
get
gonna
blood
let
on
me
my
through.
van, you get to wash it.
I will definitely stop, put it in park,
Okay.
and then hand her back the keys.
I'll take them and pocket them. And then I'm going to reach in the back and get my shotgun
Okay.
and double check it's loaded and that my knife is in my boot.
I'll check my magnum, slide it back in the back of my pants, and then step out.
Okay. The couple seem to be pressing hard against the fence, but not opening the gate that they would need to go inside.
Is the gate locked, or can we tell that?
Nope. Just the normal latch that you would lift.
I look at Ada and go, so do we just jump the fence so no one else can come in with us, or do we let everyone inside?
Let's do the jumping.
It's a very safe call.
Less collateral damage.
I'll attempt to climb the fence then.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll it because you're not currently under stress. So you throw yourself over the fence, and there is a big vacant football field.
Is there like a trash can or something I can drag over? Because I don't think I could climb in 6-inch platform.
No,
boots.
that would be real rough. Yeah, we'll say that there's a. You can kind of parkour, like get up on a trash can and then like throw yourself over. So.
Okay, cool.
The lights are on in the football field, like there was supposed to be a game, but there is nothing going on.
I'll look around and see if there's anyone else inside the field other than us.
Yes.
I was going to see if I could use one of my moves. I have the sight, so I can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences.
Awesome. Please do so. So roll a, I believe that is governed by use magic. Weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I think everything is weird for me.
It's just the kind of person you are.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Describe activating your sight.
so I would stand very still for a minute and just sort of close my eyes, take a deep breath, and then open them again.
Okay. As you open your eyes, you see the stands full of incorporeal beings, and a football game is happening in front of you.
Okay.
Um, Billy, as you're looking around, you do see that there are some buses over in on the far side, like where the teams would come in. There are some buses parked there that are have like out of town team names.
All right.
It's a ghost football game.
I mean, yeah, the lights are on and no one's here.
No, no, no. They're playing. People are cheering. It's all happening.
I'll slowly look back over my shoulder. Is this another one of those things?
Yes.
All right. All right.
You
All right.
looking over your shoulder, you notice that some of the ones that are closest to the fence seem to be young males in like football pads and things that are like just mindlessly bumping into the fence.
What?
Is there a
Sorry.
okay? Is there like someone near, one of the spirits nearby?
Um, yeah, where you're standing is where the cheer squad is currently standing. So there's one a few feet from you.
Okay. Can I sidle over and talk to him? To the, whoever it is.
Okay, that
Says I can.
yes. This is a little bit of a special case, but yes. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
a charm for me to get something useful out of the conversation.
5. I get experience.
Would you like to accept the failure?
Yes.
Okay. What do you say to her?
Who's playing?
There is an echoey, reverb heavy voice that you hear, and it doesn't seem to be speaking the same language you are. It did respond, though, to you
Yeah.
directly.
Oh, that's gonna be useless.
It speaks again and looks real frustrated.
Sorry.
And then it points up at the scoreboard.
I'll follow the point.
Okay. It is the Wildcats versus the Wolverines. And the score is currently 14-7. There is a Wolverines thing painted on the football field. So.
So the home team is losing?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't think this really helps. Sorry.
You're good.
I'll nod to the spirit. Say thank you and walk away.
It goes back to cheering.
I'll look in that same direction and say thank you. Go on my way too.
All right. So I don't understand any of what they're saying.
Oh. Well, I couldn't even see him in the first place, so
It's not your skill. So of course you couldn't.
I mean, you were saying they're there.
Yeah, I know.
What I did see though, they have some buses parked back there. Could
Mhm.
go check those out. I mean, if this place stopped at the same time that this football team arrived for a home game, maybe they have something to do with it. The away team.
There was a homecoming game not long ago.
Do we still have that paper?
Yeah, I'd assume.
That
Or
wasn't
did
in the paper. That was on my phone.
Oh,
So I
Okay.
could probably just pull it out and look it up.
Mhm.
how long ago was the game?
2 weeks.
So that does line up around the time.
Yeah. So what? Everybody's spirit is stuck at the homecoming game?
It could be. Maybe they brought something that they didn't want to bring into town.
Mm. This is really weird, but sure. I hate games. I hate football. I hate homecoming.
I mean, I look at you. I just assumed you hated school altogether.
I like the library.
It
All
was
right,
always a quiet
fine.
place.
Well, people left me alone there.
Me too. He flashes back to him sleeping on a book.
All right,
All right.
fine. Let's check these buses. Don't don't cross the field yet. I don't know what's gonna happen if we go through the game.
All right. I'll pointedly walk around on the, not pointedly, I'll just walk around on the sidelines till I go around to where the buses are.
Okay. Roll me
Stick with
another
him.
tough.
Ooh, this one is a E6.
Ye- okay. Marion,
I'll
Billy is beginning to walk slower. And his gait is beginning to be a lot more like the people that you saw outside the fence.
I'm gonna poke him with my spiky boot.
Ow.
You're slowing down.
I mean, we've been at it for a while.
No, no, we haven't.
How long's it been since we left the hotel now?
We'll say, including eating the meal and everything, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes.
It's at least been like half a day that we've been running around doing this. I am getting
No,
I'm a little
no,
tired.
no, it hasn't. You are seriously the laziest person in the world. Like seriously, why can't you just do things?
I'm here with you. I'm still awake.
You're almost shuffling.
Okay, I might be dragging my feet a little, but I
No,
mean,
you're dragging your feet a lot. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using the boot.
oh,
She was able to reason with you, and I'd like you to roll another tough, please.
all right.
I'm sorry. I love that our bickering is
11.
actually considered reasoning.
Yeah, I would say so. You don't feel as tired. You're feeling better.
All right. I'll put a little more effort into it. You know,
Damn straight you will. You're not getting me killed.
start doing a little hustle walk.
You arrive at the bus, and as you get closer to it, there is a thick, putrid smell.
Ugh.
Does this smell like decay or like unwashed clothing?
Because of your history and who your father is, you know the smell very well. This is the atrophy from sloth.
Ooh, that's not going to be pleasant in there.
I'm gonna pull out a black handkerchief with lace around the edges, black lace, obviously, and cover my mouth with it.
It says Wildcats on the side of the bus, and it has a black, like, panther.
What the hell is going on?
I'm gonna put my hand into the, or my elbow, or put my face into my elbow and open up the bus door.
Okay.
Attempt to go inside.
There is the sticky adipose of decayed bodies all over the ground, and skeleture in the seats, and football gear. It is very advanced decay.
I'm stepping away from the bus as he opens the door. Oh my god, that reek.
You hear a sound, by the way, while
Me?
he's in the bus. Yeah, Mary.
Okay.
Coming from the school. It's a music.
What kind of music?
You would recognize it as like Kendrick Lamar kind of, that very modern. I'm dating myself horribly here. It's like poppy
Very
music.
modern.
Yeah,
Pop. Okay.
yeah, what we call pop these days. Yes.
All right.
Um, Inside the
God, I hate
bus,
this stuff.
the air is thick.
All right.
It looks like they sat there until they were no more.
I'm not going to try to spend too long in here, but I am going to investigate a little around and see if there's anything that's just out of the more occult, out of the ordinary,
I would love for you to roll a investigate a mystery for me.
But alas, that is a 3.
Total? Okay. Um you seem to feel like there is a strong occult presence. This feels like it is the work of shaman, maybe? I mean, you don't find any satchels with like herbs or anything in it, but this
I
is
mean,
definitely shaman,
they do things in crazy ways.
right?
All
While
right.
he's doing this, I'm going to move a little more towards the bus or towards the school.
Okay.
Not like out of sight or anything, but
As you kind of come around the corner from like the sports building that the buses were beside, you see the gym doors are open, and you can see what looks like disco ball, the light refracting off disco balls, like on the ground that you can see inside the gym,
okay.
and that's where the music is coming from.
Billy.
I'm gonna step out, uncover my mouth, and be like, shamans every time.
What? There's something going on in the school gym.
Yeah, probably the shamans.
What is it with you and shamans? Like, seriously, what did they ever do to you? Come on.
They're into some weird ritualistic stuff. You
So
didn't
am
see all the
I.
bodies. All right, as long as you're not doing that to bodies.
No. This stuff barely works, but whatever. Come on, let's go.
All right, let's go get these shamans. I'll start walking towards the.
As you get closer, the music gets louder and it changes to the next song, which is a slow dance song. Imagine a slow dance song.
Okay. Is it like cheesy slow dance?
Yeah, like My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion,
Okay.
Dion level.
Okay. All right.
Do you still have sight activated? That only activates for that one round, right? That turn.
It doesn't say.
Okay. So then we'll say it's optional. How do you feel like you still have it visible?
I think I would, just because we were crossing the spirit area.
Okay. You've seen spirits doing various things this whole time. On the bus, you could see people sitting in the seats. As you get closer, though, you see couples dancing together. You also see one young girl towards the edge near the doors crying.
That's
As we're getting closer, I'm gonna say, and you know what? With music, shamans do their magic with chanting, and what's music but a whole bunch of chants?
I really doubt a shaman is going to do something to a really cheesy prom song that obviously is just gonna remind that poor girl of how miserable she is when she got dumped at had a dance for the rest of her life.
I'm just saying, shamans, they're not as innocent as you think.
You need help. Okay? Your obsession with shamans is a detriment to this teamwork. You need help.
As you say that, you guys have come fairly close to the doors. The young girl who's crying like looks up and sees you, and then starts to run off.
Hey, wait. Fuck.
I stop and turn.
Did you see her?
What are we waiting for? Who?
Did she run inside? Did
She
run
ran
away?
like into the middle of the dance, like between people, and then just
Okay.
kind of fades as she got further away.
I think we're gonna have to go in there.
I get close and
I did
I
not
didn't catch
and then I
any
walk
of that.
I said, as that's where the shamans are. And then I'll walk inside.
At least you'd make a good meat wall.
As you step through the doors, you find yourself in a dance, surrounded by people. And Punch, he becomes a spirit as he steps through the door if you let him step in front of you.
I mean,
My
I
body
would.
collapse to the ground.
Your body is not present.
Oh, fuck. Grab him.
Okay. She has reached in and grabbed you. Are you coming back out of the room?
If she tries to pull me back, I will. But if
Yes.
she just grabs me, I'll just turn around and look at her.
All right, you pull him back.
I mean, he has to cooperate. I don't think I can actually pull him by
Yeah,
myself.
I'll go back.
Okay.
As he comes back, his body solidifies.
Yeah. By the way,
Did you see?
there's a dance going on in there.
Yeah, look in there now.
I
You
turn
turn in
around.
It is empty. There's like a ball on one of those, disco balls. That's about it. You hear that Celine Dion song.
Should not go in there. Just yet.
I'm gonna peek my head in just a little bit. Do I see anything?
His head vapors to gas and becomes spirit. Yeah, it is full of people and it is crowded and people are having a slow dance and it's a very nice time.
I'll pull my head back out. Is this how your eyes work?
Stop doing it. Yes, sort of. Stop
Do they
doing
like
that. 'Cause
disappear when that happens?
your body is disappearing when you step in there.
Well, I am rather attached to that, so
Yes. Can I investigate a mystery to find out what I can do with this?
I would love for
If
you to.
I can go in. Yeah. Wait, what stat does that use?
Investigate a mystery is sharp.
Okay. 8.
Okay. You would know what you're seeing from out here is what's referred to as a stone tape. It is a psychic imprint of an event that happened. Usually, stone tapes only occur when something very dramatic and sad happened, like terrorist attacks and things like that would create stone tapes. There doesn't seem to be anything dramatic or impactful happening here. It just seems like a dance. You don't fully understand why crossing the threshold brings you as part of the stone tape, but it is basically just a psychic imprint of what has come before.
Okay. Do I have any idea whether I'm immune or not?
You don't feel like it would hurt either of you.
Okay.
Specifically because it is a memory. Strong enough psychic impulses can cause you damage, but there doesn't seem to be anything detrimental happening.
Okay. Okay. I think we can go in, but don't forget that we need to leave at some point, okay?
So don't have too much fun.
Yeah, if you can call a high school dance fun, sure.
I remember my first high school dance. Doesn't. He'll go inside. He goes, yeah, it was something like this. Just like this.
I'm gonna step inside.
Okay. As you step inside, the site deactivates
Mm-hmm.
because you're in the imprint. Um, so Billy, when you step in, you bump into a young lady who's wearing a beautiful teal dress that has like the sleeve on one side and sleeveless on the other. She is wearing a corsage, but she seems to be standing by herself. Uh, but she doesn't appear sad. She's just kind of standing there. Oh,
Oh,
excuse me, she says.
oh no, it was clearly my fault. I'll take a step to the side.
Okay. Are you somebody's dad?
Oh,
I'm gonna step in after him.
Okay.
I got called in as a last minute chaperone. I'll generally point off to the side his.
Okay. She just goes, "Oh, okay," like walks off.
I turn back to Marianne. I'm that kid's dad now.
Okay,
We
one.
have to make a cover story.
This isn't real.
Seems pretty real to me. I felt her.
It's
She bumped
an
into me.
imprint. It's a memory, which means it's already happened. Okay.
So I was here before?
Pretend you're in a movie.
I'll
Okay.
walk past another guy
No,
and
no,
steal a
stop,
drink
stop.
out of his hand.
Stop.
Turn. Yeah?
We're
Hey.
looking for something. Okay, a big event, like really big, really dramatic, really scary, really sad, something along those lines. Okay.
The guy you
I
stole the
did
drink from is like a big lacrosse guy, and he takes the drink back out of your hand.
I'll look at Marion and then look back at him sad.
Go to the punch bowl and get your own drink, but keep an eye out for a crying girl,
All right.
which means I'm gonna check the girls' bathroom. God, I hate this place.
Before you're able to walk away, the lacrosse guy turns to you. Hey, what's up?
Not
name's-
you, mister.
My name's Parker. Hey.
No. Walk off.
All right. So you're headed towards the ladies' room. Are you just doing rounds, Billy?
As I walk off looking for the girl, I'm gonna mutter about, can't believe I was bullied back in high school. The lacrosse guy took my drink. This is obviously a memory. I was bullied.
I'm not sure it's your memory.
Can I hear him saying any of this?
Yes, you do.
I'm just gonna flip him off as I walk away.
All right.
I'm gonna
you-
specifically check the corners of the room.
Okay. Let's have both of you. Do you guys have any moves that you think will help you with this?
Not unless they're a monster.
Mm,
But that's only because I can talk to monsters.
Right.
So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I can encourage coincidences to occur. the way I want.
That could be useful.
Yeah, I'm reading through the options and I don't know.
Yeah, when we've ran into that in the past, you're talking about Hex, right?
No, this is Jinx.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When we've ran
I
into
do
that in
have
the past,
Hex,
we had
but
to modify it to
Mhm.
like make it work a little better for us. So
Well, the only option I see that works, well, there's two options, but I'd have to have a target for the second one. I don't have a target right now.
right.
So the only thing I can is help a hunter, giving them a +1 forward by interfering with their enemy. Again, there's no enemy.
Right.
But on the other hand, I do also have hunches,
Okay.
which is when something bad is happening or just about to happen and I'm not there, I can roll my sharp and know what I need to get there in time with a 10+.
Okay. So both of you roll a 2d6, and we are going to check it against your current luck score. This is not part of the game, but we're going to do it. I assume
Okay.
neither of you have used any luck for any reason.
Nope.
All
No.
right, so that works well. All right, so go ahead and just roll your 2d6.
Alright.
And you need
Got
more
8.
than your current luck score.
8. So I
You're good?
pass.
Is luck? Yeah. I passed 2 then. 8.
Awesome. So we'll start with Billy. As you are walking towards the corners of the room, you stumble into a group of individuals who seem to be up to no good. It's some kids that are just talking. They're talking about, like, haha, you guys hear about that party that's going on later? Kind of thing. And listening to them for more than a few seconds, you gain knowledge that they are the cool kids and they're assholes.
Okay.
So, would you like to continue listening? Or are you going to move on?
I'll continue listening.
Okay. You glean from their conversation that they're throwing a large party, but part of the thing with the party is they've invited the new girl so that they can pull a prank on her. And the party is taking place at the lake.
Okay.
Okay. Marion, you arrive at the bathroom. In the bathroom, you do hear crying coming from one of the stalls. As you left the gym, you left the stone tape and were no longer in the present of that event.
Mhm.
But stepping into the bathroom, you've re entered the stone tape.
Okay. That's so weird.
It's very disorienting.
Hello?
Leave me alone.
Hey, I know you're really upset and I'm sorry. People suck, but
They do.
I just want to help.
How? How are you gonna help? I don't even know you.
No, you don't know me, but I mean, I've been where you are before. Trust me. I spent a dance crying in the bathroom because people are assholes, and sometimes just having someone to talk to helps.
The door to the bathroom stall that she's in, you hear unlatch, like it's unlocking. What happened to you?
Look at me.
Do you push
I
open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside is a very pale white girl, who is wearing a dress that is not current fashion at all. It would be more like early 1970s style.
Okay. I have weird tastes in style, and people think that's something worth giving me shit for. But I feel awesome like this.
Yeah.
And honestly, that dress is fucking rad. That's like super retro. It's really awesome.
Hey, thanks. I found this at a thrift store in the town I used to live in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an awesome find. Good job, man.
thanks. I don't
Why are you
I don't know anybody here.
no?
I don't know why I came to the dance.
Do you go to school here?
My dad just moved us here last week.
Hmm? Came because you were hoping that you'd have a friend, find a friend, or that people would think you're cool. It's not strange. I
I
did it too.
I just really wish that I had a friend.
Yeah. Sometimes they're hard to make, but you can find them. I'll be your friend as much as I can be.
You're right, I should make a friend. The stone tape shatters. Both of you find yourself in the empty school.
Fuck.
The music has stopped.
I'm gonna do my thing and turn on my site again.
Okay. There's
Nothing.
nothing in this room.
Stomp out and back into the gym. Billy,
As you're on your way back, roll a hunch for me.
punch.
You don't roll it. You get the feeling that something very bad is about to happen to Billy.
Oh, okay. And then I roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sharp. Nine.
Okay.
Uh,
It's helpful,
yeah.
just not great.
Right. It says you get there late, but in time to intervene.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go back over to Billy. You feel that crack, the break of the stone tape that I described before. And you can see the room the way it was. You're not in that part of the room though. Are you going to go back to how it was or stay in the memory?
Um, you know what? I'm gonna roll a sharp on that because I was told by my teammate earlier to not be attached. So I'm gonna see if I can remember that. Gonna say a 9. I'm gonna step out of the memory.
Okay. One convenient location, patient zero. Um okay, as you step out of the memory, take one harm for me.
All right.
Mark one harm. And Marion, you walk in the room right as his body reincorporates and he falls to the ground unconscious.
Oh, we're gonna rush over there.
Okay. We are going to roll a what is it? A tough.
My -1.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Ooh. 10.
Nice. Um, his uh, he's very thready, like his breathing and his pulse. You do feel like getting him as far away from here as possible is a good idea at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him under the arms and start dragging him backwards.
Okay. After you get outside the doors of the gym onto the sidewalk, you regain consciousness, Billy.
All right. It was the punch. I drank too much.
Ugh. Not the punch.
Ghost punch.
Mm. Well, I
By
made
the
some headway.
how'd your uh investigation go?
I found a crying girl and I tried to talk to her, but before she told me why she was crying, she said she should make some friends and it broke the memory.
You know what? That's really convenient. I met some cool dudes. They're gonna hang out a little bit later after school. They're gonna pull a prank on this new girl that's coming. You know, it could be a bonding experience for all of them.
She's the new girl.
It probably wouldn't be a good bonding experience for all of them.
Yeah. I'm sort of guessing it's part of this whole mess.
I'm gonna relay the rest of the information I got from the cool kids.
Okay. Yeah, you find out, Zach has a brand new car, and that none of them like this girl, Sarah, and her friend Jessica, who are real jerks, and that they're gonna go party at the lake, which is what they always do after prom.
Okay, so the lake.
That's what they were saying.
Then I suspect we go there next because something is making problems and she's the only one with problems I've seen.
Ah. So you think this might have been some kind of lead up to
Maybe.
traumatic events?
I mean, uh, one girl getting bullied and crying is usually not enough to make this stone tape happen, but maybe she's something different.
It's at least worth checking out.
Yeah.
As you're traveling back, I assume to the van,
Yeah.
you do not see the spirits on the field anymore.
Okay.
And the people are no longer congregated at the fence.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm going to go ahead and turn my sight off though.
Yeah. Billy,
Yes.
I think you actually have a move that will help you. I have to check your move list. You guys go ahead and have the conversation of getting to the van, I suppose, while I'm checking.
All right. So at this point, since the people have moved, I'm just gonna open the gate.
It opens easily. It was not locked in the first place.
Oh, this is easier.
So I wonder what's bringing all the people here.
I don't know.
It's one thing to have the whole memory thing that we went in, but why is it also attracting just all the normies, I guess?
Well, I mean, there's nothing happening on the field now.
I'll shrug and then pat my pockets and go, "You're driving."
Yes, you gave me the keys.
Roll a sharp for me, Billy.
9.
Okay. You hear an electric whirring sound.
Like a
Hi.
drone?
No, the high pitched sound of like uh um the things a
Weed
capacitor.
whackers?
A capacitor
Okay.
that it has too much power running through it.
Can I discern where this is coming from? The vehicle or
No, the vehicle's off. You hear it coming from somewhere in the dark neighborhood just beyond your van on the other side from where the school is.
All right. I'm gonna turn to Marianne and be like, do you hear that? That really high pitched sound?
No.
Turn back and try to see what it is down the street. Kind of make out anything else?
It roll and investigate a mystery for me. Are you getting in the van?
I mean, if he's frozen and staring down the street, then no, I'm probably standing next to him waiting.
You're being very patient.
7.
This is very familiar to you. It's like a lullaby that you would have heard from your father.
All right. Well, I mean, doesn't seem like it's that bad. As I open up the door, I get in and start kind of leaning back really far in the seat. I mean, well, what's the worst that could happen? Just wake me when we get there.
No, you don't get to sleep.
It's like,
Go ahead and get in the car, and then I'm going to whack him with my hand.
roll down the window, try to keep that breeze to keep me up. Maybe I'll also hear a little bit better if we drive by it.
Okay. So are you headed towards the lake?
Yeah.
As soon as you start the car, the blaring metal begins to play again.
Yes.
I definitely don't hear any better.
The heater comes back on. And you drive towards the lake. It's probably only another 10-15 minutes from here. You could probably drive across this entire town in about half an hour from corner to corner. As you get closer, it becomes more heavily wooded. And as you get closer to the water, there's a whole bunch of like cabin-style homes. And where the road dead ends, where there would be like a boat launch, there's also a large fire pit that's there, piled high with pallets, like somebody's getting ready.
Well, this
for a
is
party.
a horror movie waiting to happen.
I'll look at the pallets and be like, they're just making a fire.
It's a lake in the woods with cabins at night. Even with a fire, it's a horror movie waiting to happen. I'm going to pull the car so that the headlights are aimed at the fire pit.
Okay. You also notice it's a little bit more dreary and cold here than it was at the school. Much
Roll
like
up
it
that
was
window.
at the police station.
I'll roll up the window.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my like black flared long coat.
Okay.
It's got like military frogging, but it's all in black.
Nice.
Okay.
We good?
You ready?
I'll step out.
Turn off the car, follow suit, pocket
Yeah.
the keys.
You hear the crackling of a fire, but obviously you don't see it. You start to get that feeling again, like you had walking into the gym as you get closer to the fire.
I think we're coming up on another one.
I'll step towards the fire slowly.
Yeah. As you
When do you
step,
think it'll happen? As it happens.
yeah, as you say that, you like disappear because you no longer have sight on.
Mm-hmm.
He just fades to smoke. For you, Billy, it is warm now. It is really nice, actually. And there's 15 people around the fire. Those guys that you saw earlier are there. And they've got a bottle of Jack Daniels that they're passing around.
I'm gonna follow him through.
Yeah. You come through, like I said before, there is now warmer. There's a full moon above you. The skies are clear.
Hmm.
Um, and there's quite a few people, sitting on logs and visiting.
Oh joy.
I'll look
I'm gonna,
around and see if
yeah.
I can see the new kids and wave at them, or the cool kids and wave at them.
They're like, "Hey, you came! What's up?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm
Come
gonna
over, man."
I'm gonna look for the girl.
Okay. You don't see her anywhere. Looking around, you see Parker is here. He is flirting with some random chick that he ran into. Um, and you see, a whole bunch of the people you saw from the dance. You do not see the new girl.
Okay. I'm gonna do a lap,
Yeah.
like check the fringes. And
You do
if I
eventually.
pass, if I
Sorry?
pass Parker, I'm gonna lean over to the girl he's flirting with and be like, "Hun, you can do better," and then keep walking.
He's like, "Hey, man, don't chill my vibe." You pass near like the nerdy kids on the furthest side of the fire, who are like obviously who knows how they heard about it, but they're here. That are all just kind of sitting around, talking about video games and D and things. But you never see her.
Okay. I'll stop at the nerdy kids. Hey, have you guys seen the new girl?
Oh, you mean Mary? Uh,
Yeah.
no, she was said she was going to come here, but I think she's going to be a little bit late.
Okay. Thanks. Sorry.
You're good. Billy, are you going over by the cool kids?
Yeah,
All right, what are you doing over there?
I'm gonna kind of hunker down on their level, and be like, "So, when's it go down? What's the plan? Don't want to miss this thing."
Hey, man, you're good. You're here. They pass you the bottle.
Well, I mean, when's the prank going down?
Hey, just pay attention, man. Eyes wide open.
I'll nod, grab a cup of just anything that's near me, and just walk off with it, and then find Miriam and be
Okay.
like, "I I don't think this is gonna go very well. This it seems like it's happening now. All the cool kids say just keep their eyes open, so we gotta find this pronto."
She's not here. Ugh, sorry.
You're good.
Someone said they thought she was coming later. So we gotta watch the approach.
Hmm. Let's maybe. I'll go back and talk to the cool kids, and I might be able to get something more out of them, but I don't know if we have the time for that. I'm just gonna take a quick glance around and see if there looks like there's anything changed or anyone else has come up.
Okay, so if you're investigating a mystery, looking for changes, please roll a sharp for me,
All right.
for either of you.
Oh well, nothing for me. 3.
Ooh, buddy.
9.
I'm not good at investigating.
Um, all right, Marion, you start to see that people are looking like they're getting tired. Like the people who are standing are sitting down, and they're all moving a little bit slower. Also, the light that you're perceiving this with, not the light at the time that the memory was made, but the light you're perceiving it with, is losing some of its saturation.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my sight at this point.
Okay. You see something walking towards the stone tape from outside of it.
I'm gonna move over towards that
Okay.
so that I can be standing sort of not in the way, but right there when whatever it is enters.
Okay. Billy buddy. Um, you're getting sleepy, man. That whiskey you drank, that was good whiskey.
Fire's nice and warm.
Yeah, the fire is nice and warm, but it's not as warm as it was a moment ago. Maybe you should get a little bit closer to it.
I'll look over my shoulder, make sure Marion's not getting too far away, and then kind of shuffle my feet over, getting slightly closer to the fire.
You both feel a strange disconnect. Like that this is a memory. Up until now it's always felt like it was real, like it was something that was happening.
Mhm.
Now you're starting to feel a disconnect. The young girl you saw before steps out into the light being cast by the fire. She grabs the lead cool kid that you had been talking to. She brings a knife around, slits his throat, and everyone starts to panic and flee. What are you guys doing?
Well, I would be trying to call out to her right up until the point where she slit his throat, and then it'd be like, well, fuck.
You were not able to connect to her
Mhm.
when you were trying to. You do notice that the voices of the people who are panicked sound heavy reverb and like they're in a different language.
I am going to look for Billy.
Okay. Billy, what are you up to, buddy?
I'm warming my hands by the fire
Okay.
up until the point where everyone starts screaming and running, and then I turn and look around.
You look over, and there is a young girl that is very pale, brandishing a kitchen knife. And after she slits the guy's throat and he starts to bleed, she crudely stabs to the chest and starts sawing with a non serrated knife.
I go,
Oh.
shit. I think I found it.
Billy!
I'll try to find Marion.
You see her. She's
I'll
one
run
of
over
the
to
few
her.
things that have proper color.
I'm gonna
That
grab
color being
him.
black.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's fair.
black is black.
I have actual skin tone, slightly. Grab him and start dragging him towards the edge, but I'm gonna keep watching what's happening in the memory.
Okay. She plunges her hand into his chest after she's made an opening and takes the heart out. And then you see her put it into a bag with ice and leave. As soon as her spirit leaves the stone tape starts to crack and break.
I'm gonna step outside of it.
Yeah. Each of you step outside of it, and it is like a wall of pressure, like a concussion grenade has gone off.
Okay.
I won't have you mark harm this time, but it is
Ugh.
very heavy. And you're alone next to the lake by the fire pit.
And I can't see her with my sight.
Nope.
Well, I think we know what happened.
All right.
Start
I
with.
can see her being angry. But what was up with the taking the heart?
I don't know. But it's fucked up. Her name's Mary. And we need to find her because I'm kind of thinking she's the cause of all of this.
I look back over my shoulder at where I saw her cut out the heart. Yeah, I'd say she's at least very involved in it.
This is why you don't bully people, because then they crack and they fucking cut your heart out.
Yeah, I was the bullied one in high school.
All right. Let's just go ahead. How are we gonna find her?
Both of you start noticing that you know that you left the hotel maybe 2 hours ago now.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is starting to rise.
Man, I am tired. I've been at this for like a day now.
No, this is wrong. Okay. In order to change time in an entire town to make the sun rise when it shouldn't, that's like massive amounts of power. So probably not what's happening, right?
Probably not.
More likely that we're slowed down. Which means that's might be what's happening to everyone else.
What's the time on our phones say?
It's 8 a.m.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably a little bit slowed down from the time moving around us.
Huh. So is it still gloomy out?
No. It's a nice morning. It's brisk because it's February, but it's not bad.
Okay. Does it look like it's gloomy anywhere else?
No. It looks like a nice day everywhere. You're both very tired, though, and hungry.
We could stop back by the diner. You hungry?
Yes.
Is there a closer diner, or is that the one diner in town?
Well, there's a Starbucks near you where you're at right now. There's some fast food and things that you've passed along the way.
Let's just go back to the diner. I want to see if maybe we could talk to Flo.
Maybe see if she's
Or
changed anything.
whatever her name is.
Yeah, Flo. Fran.
I thought it was funny you guys had forgotten her name.
That was close.
Yeah.
You look like a Flo.
All right, so you're headed back to the diner?
Yeah.
Okay. You jump into the van and start driving back that way. You start hearing that buzzing, that high-pitched sound again at some point, Billy.
I have her stop the van.
Okay.
I'm like, there it is again. That high pitched sound. You really don't hear that?
No.
All right.
I think we've learned by now that your hearing is a little better than mine.
All right. I'm gonna jump out of the vehicle and actually try to make my way to where it gets louder.
Okay.
I gotta turn the car off and follow him.
It's a good plan. We are going to go ahead and take our break here, though. because it is just about that time. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the story. We love you all. But yeah, we'll see you in just a couple. All right, and we're back. Thank you guys for waiting. Sorry about the wait there.
All right, and we're back.
Thank you
you
guys for waiting. Sorry about the wait there.
All right.
My goodness, I still had Twitch all the way volume up so that I could hear, if we're muted or not. So came back, it was rough. We're Saves First Death, and we're back for the second part of our story. As we last left off, our characters were investigating a spooky town and a new girl in town. And they had just gotten out of the van near the high school, and they're headed deep into a neighborhood nearby. So we'll pick up from there. The houses are all very dark, even though the sun is rising, and it is very clearly morning. You don't see the couples out walking anymore. You don't really see anything out of the normal. It would be like walking around anywhere at 5 a.m. when, it's just quiet. Billy, you do hear that high-pitched sound, and as you walk, it's getting louder and more piercing. Roll me a weird, please.
Both of us, or just
Just him.
Okay.
All right, do you have the sight activated?
probably not.
Okay. You got a 10, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. The sound is piercing. It is nearly deafening as you walk near a newer build 2-story home with the name Shelley on the mailbox. There's one car in the driveway.
I'm gonna gesture towards the house and like, someone left some electronic inside. That thing is going crazy.
I don't hear anything.
You don't even hear birds.
In fact, it's really creepy that I don't hear anything. This is. I don't like this place.
I look around and then I try the handle, see if the door is unlocked.
You walk up to the front door, and
Yeah.
the door is locked and closed, but the welcome mat is slightly askew, and from under it you can see a shining gold house key. Just the edge of the key.
I knock,
Okay.
wait about 45 seconds, and if there's no sound of motion inside,
What are you doing while he's knocking?
Honestly, I'm getting my shotgun ready.
Okay. You hear someone inside moving around.
I stop reaching for the key.
Coming! A young girl's voice yells.
If that's Mary, this is bad.
The door is opened, and on the other side of the door is a young girl, maybe 17 years old, with dark black hair and pale skin, wearing a 70s sunflower dress. You recognize her from the gory scene at the fire.
This is the same girl I talked to in the bathroom, right?
This is the same young lady.
Okay.
Hello?
Mary, right?
Yeah, have we met?
Um, not really. I just,
You seem so familiar.
yeah, I tried to talk to you once, but it was really weird, and I don't think you saw me. So,
Oh, you're the one who told me to make friends.
yeah, yeah, I
I took your advice. Come on in. My parents are still sleeping, but I can make coffee or something.
At the mention of coffee, I'll perk up and be like, I would love some.
She opens the door all the way.
okay. I'm gonna keep the shotgun down by my side so it's not obvious. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, you are wearing a
Um,
long coat, so.
mhm. Thanks. Thanks. It's funny. I didn't get to tell you my name last time. I'm actually Marion. So,
Nice to meet you, Marion. My name's Mary.
yeah. Um. So these friends you made,
Yeah, my boyfriend's here right now, actually, if you want to meet him.
I'd love to.
I'm working on making some new ones, too.
Right. Okay.
As you come in, you walk into a very open concept room, and you can see a body that has been stitched together from rotting meat sitting on one of the couches with a cup of coffee that's raising to its mouth, and the coffee dribbles down its face.
Is it moving?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that, she says.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not at all what I had in mind when I told you to make friends, but I get where you're coming from.
No one ever really loved me or liked me or wanted to be around me, so your advice was really good advice. Thank you.
Good.
I turn and look at you.
Not a word. I don't even look at him. I'm just not a word.
She walks into the kitchen, which is just around the corner from the door there, and starts to. You hear cabinets opening and her getting cups of coffee out.
What
You,
did we do?
you suppose she washes the cups afterwards, right? I'll look back at the fleshy being that's trying to drink coffee.
I'm gonna look around the house. Is it like clean
Yeah, it
other than the
is.
corpse?
It is sterile clean.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think this is her new friend or her boyfriend?
I'm gonna look at it.
It is fairly decayed, but it's an attractive young male.
Boyfriend?
All right.
She comes back around the corner with a cup of coffee for each of you. That say, things like "Have a nice day" and "Don't talk to me before I have my coffee." And hands a cup to each of you.
Or take the have a nice day.
Okay.
Appropriate. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down. Just be like, Mary, I don't really know how to say this, but killing people is bad, right?
Well, murdering people is wrong, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't murder them.
Mm,
I'm
what do you,
rebuilding them as better.
yeah, I get that, but
What's the state in which you normally find these people?
She turns to you. You've got really nice lips. Um,
I
they're all
blush.
broken, and I have to make them better. She seems much happier now than when you saw her last.
So you're not doing the breaking?
No, they were broken when I found them.
Do
Here,
you
you want to
know
see my
who is
lab?
doing the breaking?
Yeah, I'd love to see your lab.
Come on. She motions towards the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna follow.
I
She
take a sip as the coffee as I walk in behind
It
him.
is amazing coffee.
Finally.
uh, she opens a garage door and leads you into a room that is as sterile as an operating room. And in the middle of it, there is a large brass thing that looks like a Tesla coil. That is what was emitting that sound that you find so very annoying.
And it's right in front of me and I can see it now.
Mm-hmm. It's very familiar to you. This is an invention that your father came up with.
Uh, can I roll a sharp on that?
I would love you to, please.
10.
Okay. This device is created to control the minds of anyone near it, and it works in about a 10-mile radius, targeted from where it's at. The more power you give it, the more control you can exert.
How'd she figure out how to use it? How's she powering it? I'll look back at Marion and be like, yeah, that's we probably should get rid of that. It's one of my dad's creations, and he's
My dad
not
made this.
the best inventor.
My dad is the best inventor, and he did make this.
Your dad made this?
Mm-hmm.
Which
built
one is
it
your dad?
right around the time we moved here. He's sleeping upstairs.
I'm going to take a look upstairs.
What are you doing well? Because I assume you're just wandering off, right? Are you going to try to...
I'm going to make a motion that I'm going to go upstairs first, just so that way Marion knows I'm moving away rather than just she turns around and I'm gone.
You wander off.
I give him a look of like, what are you doing? But I'll stay and talk to her. So is there anybody here who's not broken?
I find that most people are broken at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that. But I mean, the whole town's really weird right now.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And it's kind of why I'm here,
Oh, okay.
to try and find out what's going on and help people.
Oh, good. You help fix broken people too.
I don't help fix them as much as I protect them so they can work on becoming unbroken themselves, on fixing themselves.
That doesn't sound like you're helping then. That sounds like enabling.
I can see how you think that. That's not how I see it. But it's not. When people are broken, it's up to them to fix. I just keep them from being prey to things that are much worse. Does that make sense to you?
I feel like you're doing it the hard way. You could just fix them yourself, and then you don't have to wait for them to fix themselves. By the way, I think your friend might be a bad person.
Why?
Just a feeling I get.
Yeah, he does that to a lot of people, but that's something he's working on fixing.
He is broken too. Billy, you go upstairs.
Gonna say
There,
hi to Dad.
yeah. He and Mom are very emaciated, and they're alive, but they're malnourished. They have malnutrition, and they're dehydrated.
Malnourished.
Yes, thank you. They're dehydrated. They're not in good shape.
All right.
Marion, you get a hunch.
Okay. I'm rolling it. Yes. Trying to remember what I'm doing. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Ten.
Okay. When she says he's broken, you see her turn a dial on the machine that she's standing next to.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear from the other room somebody standing up. Billy, what are you doing?
I'm leaning over the dad and going, "You should have never listened to my father. This is what you get when you listen to him. Like, whoever said that was a good idea, you're to blame. This is all your fault. Like, I hope that once you get out of this situation, you think about what you've done."
You start hearing heavy steps on the stairs. Marion, you've put together that her boyfriend must be moving around.
Billy, get down here. Careful. And then I'm gonna lunge for the machine and change the dial.
Okay. How do we determine how you change the dial? Cool. Let's do an act under pressure. Billy, do you
All right.
listen to her?
Yes, I turn around.
Okay. Coming up the stairs behind you is that shambling corpse.
9.
Nice. What do you do?
I close the door and lock it,
Okay.
and then I open up the window
Okay.
if there is one.
Um, you hear the steps come all the way to the top of the stairs, and the door handles start to like creak and bend. You're able to turn the dial back down, and the door comes off of its hinges as the corpse walks back downstairs with the handle still in its hand.
I have one foot out the window at this point, and I'm like, uh, uh, oh, all right. Step back in and then try to take the stairs.
Okay. You see that the boyfriend is sitting on the couch now. You're a bad person too.
No,
I just wanted to help him.
you're not helping him. You're destroying him and making something that's not even being alive.
He is
You're
alive.
killing people.
No, they all
Yes,
have
this whole
hearts and
town is
brains.
dying because you decided to do this.
Well, it's okay for a few people to die if it means I have friends and I'm not alone.
No, actually, it isn't because you don't need people to die to make friends.
I mean, quite obviously I do.
No, you don't. I would have been your friend without you doing this, but you've done this, and now I have to stop you.
So you're saying we can't still be friends?
I'd love to be your friend, but you've killed people, and you obviously don't see anything wrong with that.
But I'm people too, and if you stop me, you'll be killing people too.
I don't kill people, I kill monsters. If you
I'm
become a monster, then yes, I kill you. You realize there's an entire busload of people rotting on the football field.
Yeah, that experiment went poorly.
Mm-hmm. That experiment went poorly. You experimented on people.
Billy, you return at this point, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well,
not just one or two people, Mary. And even one or two is too much. Because those people, that your boyfriend, that's not alive. Because people are broken by definition. It's what makes us human. And you've made it into a monster. You've made him into a monster because he's not human anymore.
you're
And
right.
a thief. He stole the bedroom door.
Now he's perfect.
How is he perfect? He's
You
rotting
you said
on
that
your couch.
humans are broken, and he's not broken anymore.
He is broken. He can't think for himself. He can't do things on his own. You have to order him to do things. How do you know if he really likes you if you have to order him to do it?
I don't have to order him to do anything. I don't have to order anybody to do anything. They
Which is
just do
why
the right thing.
this entire town is dying.
Small price to pay.
All right. Now we can't be friends. I'm sorry.
She reaches behind her and grabs a knife and lunges towards you.
I'll step in between them if I can.
Okay, roll to protect someone, which is tough.
11.
Well, I'd say that you probably succeeded at that, but let me check something. All right. She stabs towards you. You're able to get between them, and disable the like take the knife from her hand. In the process, she hits the ground hard.
I cringe and I apologize.
You guys are just as bad as they are.
You are broken.
No, I'm not.
I turn back to her. I'm like, I didn't do that much.
I'm not talking about you. Mary, you're so broken, you don't have empathy anymore. And yeah, if someone had had empathy for you, you probably would be better. But you don't have it anymore, which means that you are fundamentally broken in every way.
I can fix me. I can make it
Can you?
better. Yeah.
Then you need to realize that what you're doing is wrong. That people dying because of your own desires is wrong.
Roll a charm for me.
6.
Would you like to take the experience or spend a luck?
Okay, if I spend a luck, my roll changes to 12, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend a luck.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can set this right. I can't turn off the machine though.
Oh,
You
I
can
can
turn
handle
off the machine.
Okay. Be careful.
You, no more killing people, and you need therapy.
Yeah. No more killing people in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't promise you won't go to jail.
Right. That could happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm. She sits up on the floor, cross-legged, and just sits there.
Okay. I'm keeping watch on her. Billy, you know how to turn this off?
Yeah, something like that.
This
Oh, that does not give me confidence.
this is infernally powered.
They're not as easy as an on-off switch.
Well, there's lots of knobs on it.
Yeah, no switches.
Yeah. Roll a weird for me.
10.
Okay. Nice. Good job. You know that you have two options. You could turn the power knob all the way down to 1, its lowest setting, and things would more or less go back to normal. Or if you want to remove power from it, all you have to do is free the demon that's been bound to it, and then defeat the demon.
I'm going to turn the power knob into 1. Say, now we just got to get this thing as far away from here as possible. And then I'll turn to Mary and be like, your father's car that's in the driveway, do you mind if I borrow that for a bit?
Um, I don't know where his keys are, but sure.
All right, I'll see if I can find the keys so I can attempt to drive off this machine.
All right, roll me a sharp real quick. Marion, while you're watching her, she's sitting there stock still, not moving, other than to turn to respond.
Mary,
Yeah.
promise me you're going to stay right here, okay?
Uh huh.
Yeah. I'll hopefully be back.
Okay.
Can I move the machine by myself?
It is very heavy. You'll probably have to roll a tough to roll it to move it by yourself, but two people can move it without having to roll.
Okay. I am not going to try to move it. That's what he's for.
You're like, "Ugh!"
Who is it that big that I'm not going to be able to fit it in a car?
It's gonna like it's one of those things like when you try to put skis in a car, to where it takes up
All
like goes from the front seat to the back seat and like sticking up into the back area.
right.
I'm getting the van.
Okay, it'll easily fit in the van.
So I'll book it to the van.
Okay. You arrive at the van. It is still exactly where you parked it.
Mhm.
You see a lot of people walking out into the street, very confused and having a hard time moving.
Yeah, I'm just going to shout at them to get out of my way if they're in my way and then drive the van to the house.
Okay. You get the van back to the house, pull it up to the driveway. What are you doing while she is doing that?
Um, I'm attempting to talk to my father.
Okay. Roll a weird for me one more time.
It's just going to be me talking to myself. I rolled another 3.
My son, what did you need?
You, you do know your machine's going off down here, right?
Yes,
Was this one of your plans?
uh, roughly.
All right, that's all I really needed to know because
Sure.
yeah, you did a good job down here, Dad.
Hey, thanks, son. We may not always see eye to eye, but you know, I value you.
I'll try to cut off the connection and be like, I've really got to kill this demon thing.
You can't kill it, my son.
Oh shit.
You're not
Um,
powerful enough to do that.
I'll find a way.
Good luck with it.
All right.
He does
But Adam-
not go away.
It's just lingering there in the back of my mind.
Mhm.
I'm sitting there. Maybe if I drop it off a cliff.
Oh no, it is definitely not going to break it.
I mean, not it, the demon. If I
Oh,
free the demon out of it and drop the demon off the cliff, I mean,
good
cliffs
luck
hurt
with that.
me.
You know demons can fly, right?
So this one has wings.
Yes, very much so.
All right.
You know
well,
what
at
would
least-
work? If you open up a portal to hell, you could bring it here yourself.
You do got a point there.
It's a really good idea.
You're. Thanks for always looking out for me, Dad.
Yeah, no, anytime. Marion, you arrived, by the way, at this time.
I'm gonna bust in the door. All right, let's get this thing out of here.
Who's she?
All right. It's just a friend, Dad. Just a friend.
Oh,
Can I hear him?
Actually, because of what you are, yeah, you can. Weirdly.
The fuck is that?
It's... Who?
You should tell her that she looks pretty.
No, you don't get to call me pretty, whoever you are.
Well, he wasn't. He was saying I should. Which she's right. You do look pretty today.
Good job, son.
I have not slept yet. I have not had coffee. Do not make me kick you.
I think that's probably the reason why he thinks you look pretty. It's the bedhead kind of look.
You look tortured, and I'm into that.
Is your father hitting on me?
Yes. I mean, that's
Kind of.
normally my uncle's thing, but
No more. We're doing this now. Come on.
oh, it has wings, so we can't just drop. Oh, out of Mary's earshot, I'm gonna say. By the way, to actually destroy this thing, we have to free a demon and kill it. I don't know if we're quite capable. And apparently it has wings, because I've already thought about throwing it off the cliff, but
I thought you just said we had to get it away from town.
I mean, that works too, but to truly destroy this thing, I mean, we could get it as far away from town and throw it down an abandoned well, and it would probably sit there until my father sent someone after it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good plan.
Yeah, it probably lost a year, maybe.
See, he's still here.
You no longer feel the connection to your father.
He's always here.
That is creepy as hell, and you're never coming in my hotel room again.
All right.
All right, let's just get it in the van. Try and think of a plan after that.
All right. I mean, worst comes to worst, we have our own mini cage demon that just makes us slightly sleepy. We'll just turn up on those nights that we're having troubles. You never have insomnia?
I have insomnia all the time. I'm not going to use a fucking demonic power to solve it.
I mean, I'm a
There's
demonic power fighting demonic powers.
melatonin. I said the wrong thing, didn't I?
You did.
Melanin. No, melanin is in the skin. Melatonin is the skin.
Is the sleepy stuff.
There we go. I said the right
Hey,
thing.
thank you so much.
Uh,
Appreciate all the gift subs.
okay.
Should you be sleeping?
Melatonin. There's a thing called melatonin. That works way better than a demonic machine that makes you apathetic and lose time.
I turn to the machine and nudge it and go, hear that? Useless.
For once, I agree with you. Are you gonna help me move this or not?
Oh, yeah. I'll start trying to drag the thing outside.
Okay, if you are moving it by yourself, I would like you to roll the.
I'm helping.
Okay, then you guys are okay. Together, you're able to get it to the van. Now you have a Tesla coil that is powered by a demon in your van. That's neat.
What if we use this to power your van?
Okay,
Demon powered van?
you know what this is.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you can get an apathy coil thing to power my van? You can actually make my van powered by apathy.
Yes.
Because actually, that would be fucking awesome, but I still don't agree.
But I feel like to do that, we're gonna have to free the demon and then rebargain with him, and it's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna start driving out of town. We're like in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I think the only place I know of that's out of town is the lake.
Yeah, the lake and the hotel that you guys are staying at.
Yeah, I'm not taking it to the hotel.
Do you think if we gave a demon control of your car, he'd have road rage?
I can't imagine a demon not having road rage.
You
So-
arrive at the fire pit.
How do you fight a demon?
Well, normally people don't really fight demons, they just kind of trap us in circles for a while. Can I recall any of these said circles?
I would love for you to roll me a sharp, please. Or conversely, you could do a weird. You're gonna get
I'll
very
go with
different
the
answers.
weird.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a 6. It's not a 3 at least, like
Would
I
you
have
like
been rolling.
to accept the failure?
Yeah, I'll accept the failure.
You remember very vividly the different sigils and circle that you would need to create. It's not necessarily a binding circle, it creates a small rift to hell. But if you send it to hell, you don't have to worry about it.
Now, I think I know most of this. Not quite all of it. There's some other fancy stuff that they threw in there, but I'm pretty sure I can at least get the demon out.
Okay.
Marion, would you like to roll a sharp?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Eight.
Okay. Fighting a demon, cold iron, holy symbols, holy water, salt. The tools that one would need to fight a demon.
Do I have any of those?
You're a hunter and you've been one for a while. I'd assume you have some of that, maybe.
Salt, probably.
Yeah, I'd say for sure salt because that comes up a lot. Maybe cold iron because that's used for ghosts. So if you've dealt with ghosts or fae, you would have cold iron.
All right.
I could definitely see in having shot or salt rounds for a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
So you have ways you could at least hurt it.
Okay, so if we bind it, or do whatever you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do we need? And can someone just come along and unbind it?
I mean, that's essentially what we're kind of doing, but they're gonna have to at least go through as much work as we are, and who's ever gonna want to do that?
We just met a girl who literally killed people to sew them back together to make them perfect.
No, she is such a tryhard.
gonna be real fun when her parents wake up and find a corpse in their living room.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably the thing that's
Although seeing as her dad built this, may not be that. They might not care. Okay. So what are we doing?
it depends. Do we want to kill this thing or
I mean, yes, I always want to kill the thing,
all right? Well, I mean,
but
I don't know if you want to bargain with it or something. That's up to
no,
you.
I'm not gonna bargain with it.
All right. So let's do the smart. Let's set up at least a trap for him.
Okay.
So
You know what?
Um,
I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna activate my sight and look at the machine.
Okay. The machine is blackness. It is suffering. It is everything bad in the world. And inside of it is a small imp.
It's not very big.
He's about the size of a Furby.
I mean, I could squash him with my shoe. All right, let's do this trap.
all right. I'm going to, since I don't remember the actual magic circle for encasing, I'm just going to do a normal circle of salt.
Okay. This seems fair. And you're
Good
putting
enough.
the device in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. Jess.
Yes, Jess. Oh god.
Good plans by smart men.
Oh.
Do you open it? Once
Yes.
it's inside the circle. The smell of brimstone fills the air.
I'm getting my chain, my cold iron chain, and my shotgun with salt rounds ready.
Okay. It gets warmer. Like mid-90s. And a small imp crawls out from underneath the bottom of it and flies hard against the side of the what would be the wall if the circle extended up. But I love you. Come here, I love you. It looks directly at you, Billy. I love you.
Me?
Turns to you,
Point to
Mary.
myself.
I love you.
You can die.
It smiles real big, and you can see its grotesque, pointy teeth.
I look at Marion with jealousy.
What?
He loved me first.
Just do this.
But he loves me. Look at him, he's so cute. As he's
He
smiling.
looks adorable. Crazed and demonic, but adorable.
I don't even know how to.
I ask him, what are you in here for?
I was a cupid. But I love you.
You were a cupid.
Yeah. I love you.
Well, isn't
Instead
that
of
just
making
adorable?
people love each other, I loved them.
By killing them?
I love you. Kinda, yeah.
That's not love.
No. Very love.
No, it's called obsession.
It
There's a difference.
its claws begin to grow a little bit, and it like taps them against the wall of the thing.
Can we kill it now?
I mean, what if it could go back to being a cupid? Do you want to go back to how things were?
Yeah.
And how do you propose we do that?
I don't know. How do you think you changed into this how did you change into this?
Oh,
I asked him.
killed 30,000 people.
So if we make 30,000 people fall in love, do you think you'll change back into a Cupid?
Seems reasonable, yeah. Yeah.
No, no, no. One, there's no way we can make 30,000 people fall in love. Two, there's no way we can trust that little bastard not to kill them. And how many have you killed since you became this?
A lot. Whole bunch.
Yeah, yeah. There's. Do you want to spend the rest of your life trying to save this one demon?
It doesn't take me long to think about this at all, honestly. I immediately, nah, I'm over it. Let's kill the bastard.
Thank you.
All right, can I get both of you to roll me a tough?
Oh my God.
13.
Nice.
You got an 11 with a -1.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So describe the last epic scene as you guys destroy this beast.
I'm gonna start off with a shotgun shell, assault one,
Okay.
and then throw my iron chain to try and like whip around it.
Okay. You shoot it with the rock salt, and it like starts to get bigger, and it's like writhing in pain, and the chain wraps around it, keeping it from expanding any further.
All right. I'm just gonna bite it in the neck.
Okay. Your
I can't.
teeth sink deep into it, and you can feel it stop struggling. But where you touch the cold iron chain, it also burns you.
I
And
rub my face.
it disappears.
Is it dead?
Not the way I think they would die. I'm gonna say we probably just sent it back to hell.
Fuck. Well, better there than up here.
Hey, we shut the machine off though.
Yes, in a
Now,
poof of fur.
let's say we find an actual Cupid and put it in here. Do you think we could make a love generator?
Okay. How have we been through all of this and you have not learned that mind control is bad?
I mean, yeah, when you're mind controlled, it's bad because you have no control of yourself. I get that.
Mm-hmm. So if someone made you fall in love with someone else,
They'd be a bad guy.
be mind control.
Yeah.
Be bad. Yes. So we should smash this completely.
I look at it. It's probably gonna go boom. Like really, really bad. Even without the power source.
Isn't that why we came out here?
Um, do we have any explosives of any type in the vehicle?
Sure, we'll say you
Do
do.
do hunters have that? Is that a common thing?
It depends on the hunter,
How
I
about-
would suppose.
I'll take one C4.
I was gonna say, how about we have gas and a flare or something
Okay,
along those
that's much more reasonable.
lines?
Definitely try to burn this thing. Melt it.
The brass subjugates. Instead of turning to a liquid, it turns to a gas. And it becomes destroyed.
Actually not as big of a boom as I thought.
And that is the end of our episode tonight. What do your hunters do next?
Food, sleep.
Seems reasonable.
Reverse that order, and yes.
All right. Well, thank everybody for joining us. Thank you, Zelbin, for playing with us. Thank you, Ada. It's awesome as always. I don't know if you
Great
guys...
game tonight.
I don't know if you guys
Thanks for
noticed it.
having me.
This was actually the same town as the Monster Hearts game, and you met several of the Monster Hearts characters. So...
I
thank
did
you
not
guys
notice at all.
for joining us. We
Thanks,
appreciate
everyone.
all of you. We will join you again next week with more of the regular scheduled Cyberpunk Red stuff, I believe. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, guys. Is there anybody we should be rating? I don't have anybody that's still active at the moment.
I
don't
haven't
believe
the
so.
faintest idea.
Okay, well, we'll just cut it there, guys. You guys have a good one. Thank you, and have a great
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.